Dance has the power to move us and to inspire us. So at Fame Dance Studios' last competition this year, the group decided to do something meaningful. 75 dancers, along with their parents, made a trip to Las Vegas for the Star Quest dance competition. But before returning home, they made a stop at the Dream Center.
And they did incredibly well. We try to stay humble around here, but they did win a lot of scholarships, top awards in their categories, so we couldn't be more proud of them.
Sarah Mackins is proud of how her students placed in this year's Star Quest dance competition. But even more than that, she is proud of the work they did at the Las Vegas Dream Center. The center, almost entirely volunteer-run, feeds 88,000 homeless people each year. Students and parents loaded food trucks as the first part of their mission to support the center.
These food trucks go to 32 different sites in LA, and they feed people that just don't have enough money to have fresh vegetables, etc.
Mackin says the center itself takes up an entire city block and requires more than $900,000 a month to continue operations.
It's about making an actual difference instead of just walking by these people that we see every single year and, not knowing what to do. We said, no, we're going to get something done for them.
The dance company is also working on a music video to promote the center. For almost a year, Mackins has teamed up with schools and programs to create different elements for the video. For Mackins, it's so much more than dance.
Showing that we can bring different messages to the general public through dance. It was amazing to watch them be able to take dance to the next level and bring messages out to everybody.
The video is set to be released in just a few weeks, and Mackins is already making plans to return to the center.
To watch them do so many selfless acts was absolutely inspiring, and the parents that gave permission for this group to continue on, they said they would do it again in a cold second.
Families going to grab a quick bite at McDonald's today were in for quite a treat, as Ronald McDonald himself was in town. It was one of the many stops on the annual tour that covers much of North America. The world-famous clown put on a show full of goofy magic tricks before posing for pictures with the kids. McDonald says the border city is one of his favorite stops on the tour.
I think Lloydminster is actually a really friendly town. Like, the people in here were fantastic today. Really warm, really friendly, fun-loving.
He had me put on safety goggles and made the water disappear.
And were those safety goggles kind of goofy?
Yeah.
The tour helps to promote Ronald McDonald House charities, which aim to improve the health and well-being of children receiving treatment.
It's also a really great home environment with a lot of support, and there's other families staying there whose kids might be under the weather as well, and that way all the families can support each other.
Ronald's next stop is in Calgary.
This is Newcap Sports with Brett Morton.
After a thrilling shootout win in Saturday's semi-final, the U16 Lloydminster Drillers girls soccer team was looking to claim provincial gold against Swift Current United. On the round-robin match between these two, the United won 1-0. Well, Amy Neufeld lining up for the free kick here. She lets it go, puts it up over the block, and by Janessa Morningchild finds the back of the net. United take a 1-0 lead there. Well, United looking for more here. Ali Vance puts on a clinic as she's going to get through the Drillers with ease, then finds Lauren Hayes, but Morningchild comes up with a huge save there to keep this one at 1-0. Regan Powell now, she's going to get the first chance for the Drillers, but she fires this one just wide of the net there. Well, Vance once again, watch these moves here. You thought the first one was good. Look at this one here. She's got the ball on a string, goes the entire way. She's going to let a shot go. It's going to go wide and then runs over Morningchild. Fortunately, both players would be okay after that. Well, it's going to be Neufeld with another free kick here. Plays the ball into the box. Vance gets it. She's going to turn, spin, and fires, but Morningchild once again there to keep this one at 1-0. She was a beast in the net. Well, United now with a great play here as they get the ball up to Hayes, and she turns on the Jets. Look at her go. She's going to make a nice move here to get around the defender and make some more room before she puts it home with a left. Nice strike there. Swift Current is now up 2-0. Well, Drillers with a great chance. It's going to be Sierra Gaillard with the shot, but she fires it just wide of the net. Unfortunately, the Drillers could not muster any goals in this one, and they would drop the final 2-0 and take provincial silver, while Swift Current United are the U16 girls 11 side provincial champions.
The first half we struggled a little bit to get forward and put some pressure on them, so we changed a little bit of our tactics at half and just put some of our faster players up front. And we had a much better second half. We just couldn't finish.
We changed our system of play, and we changed it to 3 backs instead of 4. We were able to have 3 center mids and then 2 strikers, which really helped us get or capitalize on some more attacks, having more players up instead of back.
Well, it was supposed to be Championship Sunday in Onion Lake. Cree Nation as the final dash and Day Money were supposed to go. However, due to weather conditions, it was canceled. So we have some Day 3 action for you as the show champion was determined yesterday. Well, a few drivers in the running to try and get into that final 3 that was supposed to take place today. The action here is including Jamie Labicane coming off of barrel number 1 in heat 6. As he goes around that top barrel, it starts to teeter. Fortunately for him, it's going to stay up, and Jamie gets out of the infield in a hurry. And brother-in-law BJ Carey, they take the rail positions heading around corner number 1. Well, they're going to head down the home stretch drive here. It's going to be Labicane still in the lead, and he is going to cross the finish line here, putting himself in what was a good spot for the championship. He did end up in the top 2. We will get to those aggregate standings in a bit. Well, heat 11 here has Todd Baptiste, winner of Day Money on night 1. He was also looking to punch his ticket, even winning the show championship. Look at him off of barrel 1, and all 3 of these drivers get out of the infield at the same time. Unfortunately, Devin Mitswing, he would take out a barrel there in the infield as they leave the infield 3 wide. Baptiste will take this one wire to wire with Wayne Knight, making it much closer right at the finish line there. Baptiste did run away with this show. It looks a lot closer there. Well, heat 12 now, and the top 3 gunners of the CPCA, and of course all 3 of these drivers can have a big run and make a spot at that show championship. All 3 drivers are going to get around that top barrel. However, Chance Bensmiller gets a little caught up there, so he is the 3rd one to leave the infield. It's going to be Ray Mitswing taking the rail position with Chris Smalley right beside him as they go around corner number 1. Mitswing, he's going to take over the lead on the backstretch, and he never looked back as he leads the Chuck Wagon Tsunami across the finish line, and he wins Day Money on day 3 with that great run. He also clinched the show champion with the run and books his ticket into the final dash.
I was hoping to have a big run tonight. I was sitting 4th going into tonight, and I was chasing the boys by over a second, I guess, and I needed a big run to get just to qualify. Just to qualify to the dash is what I was hoping for, but the outfit really went at it the other way, and they won it all.
Well, now to the day 3 results. Mitswing on top, as we just saw there, with a time of 1:18.07. Second is also from heat 12. Chance Bensmiller with a time of 1:18.83. Todd Baptiste, he had a solid run, comes in with the 3rd fastest time, while Danny Ringette's outfit was 0.3 of a second behind him in 4th place with a time of 1:19.62. And Jamie Labicane's run in heat 6 has him in the 5th spot. And now we will jump to the aggregate board there, and it should have been Mitswing, Labicane, and Baptiste in the final dash, but due to weather conditions, it was canceled. Ray Mitswing on the top with a time of 3:59.85. Jamie Labicane in second with 4 minutes and 44 tenths of a second there. Todd Baptiste just 0.2 of a second behind him. Chris Smalley, he was in 4th, and Chance Bensmiller was in 5th place. And the Northwest AAA Prairie Pirates defeated the Calgary Blues 10-2 in the semifinal this morning, booking their ticket to the final. Curtis Boyd scored 3 runs and added 2 RBIs in the win, while Chase Anderson and Tanner Huber had 2 RBIs as well. The Pirates then moved on to face the Lethbridge Giants in the championship final. And in that game, the Pirates, they swept this tournament as they went undefeated, and they crushed the Giants 17-8. Curtis Boyd and Corson Harris each had 4 runs in the win, while Tanner Huber, he stayed hot as he added another 3 RBI. Trent Cush and Ty Plandowski also had 3 RBIs in the win. The Pirates are back in action Wednesday when they host the Swift Current Indians in Unity. Game times are 5 and 3 o'clock. Well, that's all the time we have in sports. Josh Ryan will have your weather details up next. Stay with us.
Here is Newcap weather.
And welcome back to the show, folks. I hope you've managed to stay dry as this thunderstorm has finally come down on us after a largely warm weekend over the Canada Day weekend. We were pretty lucky in that way, but unfortunately, it has finally come in and hit us. You can see the last 24 hours here, plenty of cloud activity and a lot of thunderstorms developing, particularly up in Edmonton, but also down here in Lloydminster, which we're being hit by right now. And just take a further look here. This low pressure system is forcing this cloud cover along through the prairies, and that's going to continue over the next couple of hours, though it should clear up before long in the next day. And the Battlefords is right now 24 degrees, winds out of the southeast. It'll eventually switch in from the west when it gets to a low of 13. 24 degrees tomorrow afternoon with some gusts that could get up to 40 kilometers per hour out of the northwest. Then over in the Lakeland area, it's 22 degrees. They're also seeing some rain, 14 overnight, and it'll jump back to 22 tomorrow with a mostly cloudy day, but warm temperatures with a low of 11 on Monday evening. And then here in the Midwest, it's 19 degrees. We have been getting some claps of thunder here and there over the past hour. It'll be 11 overnight with largely winds out of the west-northwest. Could get up to 30 kilometers per hour. And then tomorrow afternoon, it'll be 22 degrees with northwesterly winds between the 15 to 30 kilometer range. And throughout the rest of the week, it's going to remain around the average for this time of year. 21 on Tuesday, 20 on Wednesday, could see some rain there. And then 23 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, still plenty of chance of precipitation there, as high as 70% going into the weekend. And then 21 to end the week. On Sunday, your lows 10, 9, 11, 12, and 11 to finish off the week. Wind will shift around from the west and come out into the east with, again, the 10 to 20 kilometer range largely being a factor there. And overall, typical weather for this time of the year in terms of the temperature, but finally starting to get some of that rain we were expecting over the weekend. So make sure you keep your umbrellas in place for that and drive carefully if you have to take a trip. That has been your 7-day forecast.